Hi, my name is Megan Haskins, and I'm a Senior Executive Director and Presidential Team Member for Color Street. And I want to talk to you today about my journey with the company and how it has changed my family's life forever. 3 years ago, a friend introduced me to Tokyo Lights, which is the hottest selling Color Street shade of all times. And I was honestly just blown away by the product and how easy it was to apply. So I was excited to do a video of a tutorial of how to put it on and share it with her to help support her with her new business. I had absolutely no interest in being a stylist at all whatsoever, but I did tell her that I would host a party, not because I wanted to earn some for free, but really I wanted to share the product with all of my friends. Just like if I find dry shampoo that I love at Target, like I've got to tell my besties about it. And so this was one of those things. I just had to tell everybody how excited I was to find this beauty hack. So I made my video and my sponsor said, "You have got to become a stylist. You have to do it." So when it came time for my party, I had so many friends that were excited about the product and wanting to join. My sponsor shook me and said, "Megan, you have got to try this, because if you don't, your friends are going to join my team. And I want you to join my team because I want you to profit from your friends." And so I actually had to borrow the money to get my starter kit because I didn't have it that day. So I bought my starter kit on a Monday, and then Thursday was my first direct deposit. I had gotten paid back from my launch party. And I made I think $75 just in 3 days. So I looked at my husband and I said, okay, if I ever lose money doing this, I will quit. If this ever costs me money, if this is just I just like doing the nails and I'm not making money, then I will quit. But it looks like this could be a good part-time supplemental income. I'm sitting in my bed scrolling on my phone like I would normally be doing anyway, sitting next to my husband. So why not try to make some money doing this? So the excitement from Color Street is pretty contagious. I mean, everybody loves it. So it took off pretty quicker than I expected. And I found myself in leadership within the first couple months. So now I was committed. I had seen the green. I knew I was going to make money doing this. I could see the future of the company. I believed in it. Our founder and CEO, he has this vision that we are going to be a lifelong household name. Color Street is going to be Mary Kay, Avon. So knowing that, I knew that I was in something good. And with Color Street just being a baby company, we've still got so much room to grow. So I found myself at a leadership retreat, and I was getting ready to get on this plane to fly to, I think it was Washington, D.C. Yeah. I was getting ready to board the plane to go to Washington, D.C. for this leadership retreat. I had just started making money with Color Street, and I found out that my corporate job was going to be shut down. And in a few months, we were all going to have a pink slip. We were going to have to draw unemployment, and 1,000 people that I worked with were going to be out of a job. So I had a decision to make. I could decide to go and invest in my future with Color Street, as crazy as that sounded, and put my trust in this, that I may not have to start working on my resume when I get home, or I could save my money and hold on to it, and because I don't know what's coming next. But I'm telling you, I'm glad that I had that faith to step out, because staying home and holding on to the money that it took to go to that leadership retreat was the scarcity mindset creeping up on me. And it was telling me that I wasn't going to cut it, that this wasn't going to work, it wasn't going to last, and that I was going to have to get a job when I got back. I was actually able to walk away from that job before it walked out on me. I was able to say, I'm going to pay for private health care. I don't need your health care. I was able to say, I'm going to invest in my own retirement. I'm going to invest in other income producing opportunities to secure my children's college fund. So having that power to walk away from that was so liberating and unexpected and unbelievable, and 100% truly God and his vision for my life. I would have never guessed in a million years that I would be blessed in that way. Not only have I grown financially since starting Color Street, but as a leader, as a trainer, as just a person of faith, I've done personal development series and books that have helped me to grow and become a better leader, a better mother, a better partner. So fast forward a year later into my Color Street journey, it is now summer of 2019, and I knew that I was going to be a mom again. My husband and I just had the desire to have another child. We didn't know if we needed to adopt, if we wanted to foster again, or if we would be able to have a child naturally. So we prayed about it and prayed hard about it. And we prayed that my womb would be healed, or that the children would come into our lives that were already on earth. However it was going to happen, we were open. And I had a night where I was with the worship team at church, and we were just worshiping openly, and they all came and prayed over me and just prayed that I would be healed. And 2 months later, so unbelievable, but God is a God of miracles, like to this day, and he created our little baby, and I was pregnant. So now I had a different vision with my business. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and also work my business. I love working my Color Street business. It's so much fun to have parties, spoil my customers, and then stay connected with my team. But how was I going to juggle that? How was I going to do that with having a baby and being able to just kind of like stay on top of my game? It was easy. I was able to take the time that I needed to bond with the baby and take as much time. And my husband and I had a big goal. We had a big goal with my Color Street business that if I hit this goal by the end of the year, by December 2018, then he would actually walk away from his corporate job. So he worked for a really big mortgage company, and he had the same situation. He held the health insurance for the family. He had a retirement. He had, all these perks to working a corporate job that people teach you your entire life. That's what you want. You want to get out, you want to go out of school so you can get a good job. You want a good job that you can have the security. But I'm telling you that corporations are nothing but a pyramid scheme. That's what I've learned. You work hour after hour after hour, clocking in and clocking out, and you're stuck and you're trapped there until you leave at the end of the day. And for what? For somebody else's dream. Somebody else owns the company, not you. You're working your whole life for someone else's dream. And it took reading some books and learning from experience to realize that that is not the American dream. What we learn, what we're taught in school and how we're raised, it could not be the right fit for every single person. It might be right for some, but it wasn't right for me. And I felt that in my bones. I knew that was true. I just remember sitting in that cubicle and just watching the minutes dwindle down. And I would think to myself, like, why can't I have my dog here in my lap? It would be so much better for my blood pressure. I would be super productive. Like, why can't I have my dog? And I never thought that I would be able to work from home or run a business from home. I just didn't think that it was an option for me. On March 1st, 2019, our miracle baby, Trip Benjamin, was born. My husband had 8 weeks of paternity leave with his job, so he was going to take it. And he thought long and hard about the moment that he would say, I'm done, I'm not coming back. So we spent that time together at home with baby, and it was wonderful. And he went back to work, and he told his boss, I'm done. So from that point on, he has been a stay-at-home dad, and we are a one-income family on Color Street, and it has been wonderful. We've been able to take our kids to Disney World, which is something we never even had on our dream board. We never thought it would be an option for us. We've gone to several family vacations, and we're finally like, we have time and we have money to do the things and create the memories that were so important to us that we wanted for our kids. All right, so this is Dexter. He's my little miracle poodle, and I'm so blessed to be able to work with him in my lap from home now. But we had a really scary moment last year. And I want to share this with you because this is a blessing that my business has brought me that I never expected. Dexter actually got run over by a car, and he was not going to make it. He had several broken ribs. His esophagus was collapsed. He couldn't breathe on his own at all. We had to take him to an animal hospital, and he was basically put on life support. He had a tube breathing for him, and his lungs had air pockets all over. I was terrified because I thought at that moment that I was never going to have him again. And the doctor came in the room, and they gave us a piece of paper, which was an estimate of his care. So for humans, you just get taken care of if you go to the emergency room and you figure out the bills later, but it doesn't really work that way for your furry family. I was faced with a $3,000 bill to save his life, or he's not going to make it without the life-saving measures, so it'll be $150 if you want to euthanize him. And that moment hit me like a ton of bricks because there's no hesitation. I would do anything. He is like my firstborn child, okay? I would do anything for this dog. I would clone him, okay? Like, I love this dog. And if money were no object, I would just throw it out and say, yes, do whatever you can, save him. But I thought hard about how many people are faced with that moment and they don't have the means to save them. They just don't have it. And I just broke down and cried and sobbed and prayed that Dexter would be okay, and he is. He's fully recovered. But if it wasn't for Color Street, I would have been forced to make a different decision for Dexter that day. But because I said yes to taking a chance on myself, taking a chance on a company that I didn't know anything about, that's the only reason why he's here today.